The cheapest battery in the world just changed hands, and almost nobody outside of China actually noticed this happening. I've not seen anyone report on this, as in 0 people, except for Chinese China. Catl and Chang'an just pushed sodium-ion cells into full mass production in passenger cars, and the cost number is the one that ends arguments. In the first quarter of 2026, get this, raw sodium cell manufacturing landed between 5.1 and 5.9 US cents per watt hour. Lithium iron phosphate, the cheapest lithium chemistry on the planet, sits at 5 US cents per kilowatt hour. That's not close anymore. That's a tie. And the industrial forecast in this report is blunt. Sodium takes complete cost dominance over lithium by the end of 2027. End of 2027. That's crazy. So sit with that. For years, the fossil crowd and the legacy holdouts told you that EVs would stay expensive because lithium was scarce and the supply chain was fragile and lithium batteries don't last for long enough. Sodium doesn't care. It's the 6th most abundant element on Earth. It's in seawater, and it just hit price parity with the cheapest lithium cell ever built. Here's how Chang'an is using these batteries. The entry models run catl packs at 175 watt hours per kilogram, delivering a target range of 400 kilometers. That's around 250 miles in a cheap city car. Vehicle validation is done. This isn't a concept. It's rolling down a production line right now. These batteries are rated for double the life of lithium iron phosphate. So you'll likely get more than 1 million kilometers from these batteries. The cost win is structural, not a subsidy. It's not being driven by subsidies at all. On the Electric Viking website, I'll put a link in the description below. We have more articles about electric cars and battery technology than any other website that I'm aware of in the world. So check that out. Link is in the description. And there you'll find our videos and analysis and articles about everything going on in the EV world. These cells use dual aluminium foil current collectors on both sides, ripping expensive copper out of the build entirely. There's no lithium, there's no cobalt, no nickel, and there is no copper and no phosphate either. The cathode is a polyanion compound built for long pack life. Strip out the constrained materials and the price floor, it just collapses. That's the whole point. And that's why this scares the people who bet against it. Because remember, this is still small scale production. When we hit massive gigascale production, when we're talking hundreds of gigawatt hours, the price will be much, much lower than what it is today. And that could happen within a year or two. The part legacy marketing departments don't want aired. Listen to this. Sodium holds more than 90% of its capacity at minus 20 degrees Celsius. That's minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Lithium iron phosphate routinely drops below 80% in those temperatures. Sodium keeps working down to minus 40. Minus 40. That's crazy, right? And thermal runaway doesn't start until you get past 200 degrees Celsius. That's 390 degrees Fahrenheit. That's an enormous safety margin against fires. It means these batteries are almost... I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see any sodium-ion battery fires. So, the EVs don't work in winter line is dead. It's dead and buried. In a couple of years' time, it's going to be finished. Sodium is better in the cold than the chemistry it's replacing. This isn't one product, it's a whole new layer of the industry. BYD is aiming its 3rd generation sodium platform at a 10,000 cycle lifespan and pointing it at micromobility and logistics. Hina Battery has put 200 sodium battery powered heavy trucks on the road that fully recharge in 25 minutes. That's like 500 kilowatt DC charging. Haiyang has deployed a 17 megawatt hour grid backup system. Entry cars, trucks, and grid storage is happening all at once. Who's bankrolling this? Who's getting this to happen? Well, look at Catl's books. Annual revenue of $62.3 billion US dollars. Net profit, these guys are printing money. $10.6 billion US dollars in profit. This is the most powerful battery maker on Earth deciding sodium is ready. They basically decided this is how they're going to dominate the global battery market at an even greater level than what they already do right now. Now, the honest part, because this channel, I try not to do hype, even though I do feel a lot of hype because I just get excited over things that I think are amazing. There are real bottlenecks. Despite more than 42 domestic sodium expansion projects, factory utilization is still under 40%. Demand hasn't caught the capacity yet. The hard carbon anodes still lean on imported biomass. And lithium isn't going anywhere short term. That's true. Chinese lithium cell shipments hit 1,888 gigawatt hours, 83% of the global market. Sodium isn't replacing lithium across the board, at least not for a while. It's taking the bottom, the cheap cars and the grid. And that's exactly where the big volume actually is. So here's what actually happened this week. The floor under EV pricing just dropped, and it dropped using one of the most abundant elements on the planet. Every legacy automaker that bet EVs would stay too expensive to kill petrol just lost that bet again. In writing, in a production car, at 5 cents per watt hour. The transition isn't waiting for them. It already left. It's too late. Let me know if you agree in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Thinking about getting solar, a home battery, or an EV charger? Check out Australia's best free comparison tool because it could save you a lot of money. Guys, click on the link below in the description and you can see how much you can save. Alternatively, give Resync a call. They are the guys who installed my battery and my home solar. I'll put a link to them as well in the description. Need expert advice on what car to buy, what solar system to get, what home battery to get, or potentially for your business? You can get, guys, a one-on-one consultation directly with me, 60 minutes of tailored guidance. This might help you avoid making a huge mistake spending money when you shouldn't, or potentially save you a massive amount of money. Click the link in the description below because I can assist you, and why not? The link is in the description.